Today on the channel, we got two guys that are big and full of rubber with the Major Bendy's big rubber guys, Matt Hardy and All Ego, Ethan Page.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Major Bendy's Big Rubber Guys unboxing and review. And today, we finish off the latest wave that included the Road Warriors. Check out that review if you missed it. And Matt Hardy, and of course, All Ego, Ethan Page. And of course, for all your Big Rubber Guy needs, maybe ringside collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Of course, you can go to the Major Bendy's website. They always have those pre-order windows. But we've seen places like Ringside have some stock later on. So that's probably your best bet at this time. So stay tuned to Ringside if you're looking for these two. And of course, these two, we're going to do them like we do all the other figures on this very YouTube channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I guess we're going to start with Matt Hardy first. We got to go veteran over young whippersnapper, something like that. But we're going to go with Matt Hardy here. Of course, we're going to delete, and it'll be very cool when we do get the Jeff Hardy. And Major Bendy's playing with fire a little bit, giving us Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy separately. I think if they had to do it all over again, they would have put them together. But I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff Hardy was still with AEW at the time, so they couldn't sign Jeff Hardy. So it came after Matt Hardy. Long way to get there, but we got Jeff Hardy coming in the future. It'll be nice to have the Hardy boys together, as we do know. But we got crazy Matt Hardy. He's going to delete everybody. That's what we got going with this one. And Matt Hardy doesn't feel as classic as, per se, the Road Warriors. However, you think about Matt Hardy in his career, he's been around a heck of a long time. However, this incarnation, has he been doing this for 5-10 years now? Probably somewhere in between. Over in AEW, TNA, and back and forth, even the Indies as well. So this is deletion Matt Hardy. Be interested to see if we get a more Hardy Boys era of Matt Hardy in the future. I guess we'll stay tuned to that once again in the future right there. But Big Rubber Guys up here. Major Wrestling Figure Podcast once again. Matt Hardy, all the cool usual stuff here. Of course, LJN style, nothing fun on the sides. On the back, that cross sell keeps on growing, keeps growing. These are big figures, there's no doubt. But looking good. No blurb, anything on the back, of course. Makes it easier to print these off if they're uniform in the packaging in the back. Once again, unfortunately, I do got that damaged packaging here. We've been seeing that a lot from the Major Bendy's. It's very unfortunate because I like to save my packaging, but you get the cracked in there. The plastic needs to be a little bit stronger. That's really my only gripe with the Major Bendy's line. Needs stronger internal card plastic because I'm having a lot of these come broken, unfortunately. And some I know I've had them busted beyond even like... you can't even really look at them. They're that bad. So I'm going to stick this off to the side. A gentle see you later. Don't want to damage that anymore. But that is one thing they could fix for sure if you're asking me. But now we're diving into old Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, not his first chance. And I guess we could maybe do some comparisons as he did have a Jakks Classic Superstars version of an LJN once upon a time. This is his second go-around is what we got going here. But he's in a classic Matt Hardy pose. I'm kind of shocked they didn't do the delete hand. Just have the hand going like that. Who knows? Maybe in the future. We got a very colorful tight design there in the red and black attack with some silver, the belts, all that. Matt Hardy been working out all jacked up, but I always do say any action figure to me should be one step better at minimum than their actual physique. You want him to be an action figure. You need him to look a little bit better, and I do think they did that with Matt Hardy here. Got the black on the wrist tape, hand tape, forearm tape, of course. No articulation on these. I think everybody knows that by now. And then you get to the head on him. He's got the open Matt Hardy face. Got the mouth wide open. Beautiful teeth over there. Who knows what's over there in the Carolinas as far as dentistry. Some of the best dentistry you can find, I guess. Black hair, a big mop top on Matt Hardy here. And then you got that little blonde streak in his hair as well. Just definitely, there's no mistaking who this is. You know this is Matt Hardy if you do see it. Maybe not the most iconic, but well on its way. Could be by the time things are all said and done. Could this be his most iconic look? Maybe for me in my age bracket, it'll go back to the Hardy Boys days, of course, of the WWE, WWF. I don't know, you guys tell me, but Matt Hardy looking pretty good in an LJN style via the Big Rubber Guys. But now we're going to turn our attention over to All Ego Ethan Page. And I got to say, out of all the Big Rubber Guys we've got so far, he's one to me that really doesn't feel like he fits in the line. But then you say, well, what is the line? Because the line started off with Matt and Brian, two current stars as well. However, Matt and Brian are wily veterans compared to All Ego Ethan Page, who's been around a while, of course, part of the NXT brand right now, former NXT champion, so he's definitely on his way. He's definitely done some stuff, and we're going to have a Mattel Elite from him in 2025. So no stranger to action figures by the time next year is all said and done. But when I think of the big rubber guys, I think of classic wrestling. I think of more the LJN era, and then guys like Matt Hardy, who are long veterans of the sport, getting new figures. And I guess you can make the argument this is a current day Matt Hardy. So I don't know, it's all over the place, and at the end of the day, you got to follow the money. Whatever's going to make them money, they're going to produce. Personally, I'd like to see more classic guys from WCW, NWA, legends that could have fell in the LJN variety, but I understand having to move on to other talents as well as they come available. And All Ego Ethan Page, there was a short window between him leaving AEW and going to WWE. They signed him to be able to do something like this. So I see this as more of a special circumstance, but your mileage may vary, of course. But I could see a lot of people possibly skipped this one because they want more classic guys in their collection. I would have to think he is one of the lower selling ones. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe there's a lot of young collectors that don't want the old guys that jumped in here, but my gut tells me more people wanted the Road Warriors than Ethan Page, and no offense to Ethan Page there. We all bow down to the mighty Road Warriors, of course, but looking good right there. He's doing that little dimple trick, of course. Looking good. All Ego Ethan Page right there. Major Bendy's big rubber guys once again. We know it. We love it. We want some more of it. Cross sell on the back. Same one we saw with the Hardy. The Hardy. How about Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy right there. Gonna pull him out of the package. A little bit smaller in size and stature here. No carding issues or no bubble issues on this one. No cracked bubble. Take that back. I'm cracked over here as well. So that's a little rough, but it is what it is. I think most people are suffering that, unfortunately. Looking good in the package there. And now we got All Ego Ethan Page out of the package. Looking like a young Corporal Kirshner. Instead of the punch, though, he's doing one of these. But it's the bearded Corporal Kirshner is what we get right here. But a little bit smaller as far as big rubber guys, but a good weight to him, I will say. Got the jacket over the top. You got the Ego logo with the crown on. Page in the front. Of course, son of one Diamond Dallas Page. Don't fact check that, Tom and Farley. Don't fact. Just let that hang out there. Let that just marinate in the air. But son of Diamond Dallas Page. All Ego on the back. Ego on the trunks. You got the black and yellow attack. Is he a Steelers fan? He's from Canada, but maybe he's representing the Steelers a little bit. Black boots down here. Fist of Fury on this side. Looks like Ego Page to me as far as this style. Kind of a more cartoony than an Elite figure, for example. Looks like him there. You got the black hair, the black beard. Looking pretty good, and talked about the finger-pointing hand. Works for me, all things considered. Two current stars, I guess, of wrestling. One in TNA, one in NXT. In Matt Hardy and All Ego Ethan Page. I'm going to have to say if I had to choose between the two, I'm going to go Matt Hardy just because he's been around a heck of a lot longer. I don't mind All Ego Ethan Page. It is what it is. But I feel like he's got to pay some more dues to get into the big rubber guy style line to me. But here he is. He's early, and I understand the window they got him into, so it works for me. But I'm here for it. I'm here for all the big rubber guys. One of the funnest lines for me to collect right now, just being a little kid when the LGNs were running free, running fast, running hard like a young Rio. I'm very excited to get more big rubber guys in my collection. I have to think 2025 is going to be a banner year for figures and for our wallets, so be ready for that. Brace for impact, as one may say. And I think next up, we're going to get that Harley Race, I would think would be the next one we end up getting. And, of course, Jeff Hardy, which we mentioned. We know there's a Dusty Rhodes exclusive coming probably end of January, early February, part of that WrestleCon event. And got to think a lot more around that. You'll see a WrestleMania exclusive, maybe, possibly. We'll probably see a San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con exclusive. The future's so bright for the big rubber guys, you might have to wear shades. Who knows? Who knows? But there it is. All Ego Ethan Page, Matt Hardy. What are your guys' thoughts on these two pickups for you? I do think this Matt Hardy figure will look better, too, once you get Jeff next to it. But let me know your thoughts on these two in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, check out my Patreon for early access to everything I do between both YouTube channels. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. My book, now available on Kindle. It is a complete guide to the Jakks Class Superstars series, available right now, as well as Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Sir Paul 64 on the X, the _Kyle _Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for another round of big rubber guys, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.